The biggest match on Earth had just 10 seconds left, and the World Cup final was tied 2-2. Millions of fans were screaming as one striker broke through the defense and prepared to score the winning goal. But just before he kicked the ball, the referee suddenly ran forward, grabbed the ball, and stopped the entire match. Players surrounded him in anger, demanding to know why he stopped the game. But the referee stayed silent and looked toward the stadium screen. Then, he called the team captain and showed him something hidden on the match ball. It wasn't a sponsor logo or a normal marking. It was the name of a forgotten footballer who once dreamed of playing in a World Cup final but lost his career because of a serious injury. Years ago, that player had given his lucky ball to the referee and said, "One day, make sure football remembers the people who love this game." The referee didn't stop the match to create drama. He stopped it to honor a dream that was never completed. He brought both teams together, and the entire stadium stood in silence as they remembered the player who never got his chance. After the emotional tribute, the referee placed the ball back on the field and allowed the final attack to continue. The striker took the shot. The goalkeeper jumped, but the ball found the back of the net. The stadium exploded with celebration, but this time, everyone celebrated more than just a goal. They celebrated the story, the sacrifice, and the love behind the beautiful game. Because football is not only about trophies and victories, sometimes the most unforgettable moments are the stories that happen beyond the scoreboard. The World Cup semi-final had reached the final seconds, and the score was tied 1-1. The entire stadium was holding its breath as the referee awarded a penalty to the home team. The crowd was already celebrating because their best striker, the tournament's top scorer, was standing with the ball in his hands. Everyone expected him to take the shot and become a hero. But then something unbelievable happened. The striker slowly walked away from the penalty spot and gave the ball to a young substitute player who had never taken a penalty in a major match before. The fans started shouting, the commentators were confused, and even the opposing team couldn't understand what was happening. The young player looked nervous and whispered, "I can't do this." The star striker smiled and said, "You deserve this moment." Years. Earlier, that young player had saved the striker's career during a training accident, but nobody knew about their friendship. The superstar had promised him, "One day, I will give you your biggest chance." Now, with millions watching around the world, he kept his promise. The young player stepped forward, took a deep breath, and kicked the ball. The goalkeeper jumped in the right direction, but the shot went perfectly into the corner of the net. The stadium exploded, and the young player fell to his knees with tears in his eyes. The entire team ran toward him, and the superstar striker hugged him like a brother. After the match, reporters asked why he gave away the biggest moment of his career. He simply replied, "A true champion doesn't only create his own dreams, he helps others achieve theirs." That night, football fans learned that the greatest victories are not always about who scores the goal, but about the person who gives someone else the chance to shine. The World Cup final was in the 88th minute, and the score was 0-0. The tension inside the stadium was impossible to describe. Every player knew that one mistake could decide history. Suddenly, the opposing team launched a powerful attack, and their striker was running alone toward the goal. Everyone expected the goalkeeper to make a save, but something shocking happened. Instead of diving toward the ball, the goalkeeper slowly walked away from the goal line and dropped to his knees. The referee stopped the match, and the entire stadium went silent. The fans were angry, the players were confused, and everyone thought the goalkeeper had given up. But then the captain ran toward him and realized something was wrong. Hidden under his